Habari gani? Jina langu Sankara. I'm here with the first installment of a video language learning series for Kiswahili. This is Kiswahili 101. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the lesson. Alright, so things that you're going to need to follow this course. Living Language Swahili, a complete course for beginners. I am not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Living Language. This is just a course that we're using to facilitate the language instruction. Time, definitely gonna need that. I would recommend at least 1 hour minimum, and then focus and commitment. So, why Swahili? Swahili is the most widely spoken indigenous language in Africa. Conservative estimates put the number of Swahili speakers at around 70 million, but there's strong reason to believe that it could be well over 100 million. It is the official language of Tanzania, as well as a national language in several neighboring nations, namely Kenya, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or DRC, Uganda, also spoken in Mozambique, and of course there's the diaspora presence in neighboring countries as well as in the United States. For example, here in Washington, D.C., we have one of the biggest Swahili populations in the continental U.S. It is also lingua franca, which is merely, this means to say, a language that is used for the sake of communication amongst people not sharing a common language. So we can see from this slide that it is a very important language. So, already kind of touched on all that in the last slide, but just to reiterate, touching on this last point, bridge between the Africans and so-called Negroes or Africans in America. Some would have you believe that Africans in America or African Americans, quote unquote, are not Africans, but I beg to differ. So we'll be talking about that. But one of the reasons why Swahili was chosen as a Pan-African language is because it's not an ethnic language. It is not Yoruba or Igbo, not to denigrate those languages, but it is not a language that's linked to any one tribe. It is, again, a lingua franca and a language that could serve as a potential link between Africans in the United States and Africans on the continent. So, greetings. The first greeting that we're going to learn is Habari Gani. This R is kind of pronounced like a Spanish R, so again, this is Habari Gani. Habari Gani. Habari means news. Habari Yako means your news. So, what's your news? What's up? How are you? Or you could just simply say Habari. So, a response, possible responses could be nzuri. So this N is not N, it's N. So nzuri, not wewe. Another possible response is mzima. Mzima. Again, not mazima, but mzima. And salama, which is from the Arabic word which means peace or peaceful in this case. So, maswali ya msingi, basic questions. So, we've already gone over habari gani. Alternative to that is uhali gani. Hali is condition, so how are you? Again, jina lako ni nani. So, you can say jina lako ni nani, or you can say jina lako nani. They both mean the same thing, but this ni can be omitted. And you respond by saying jina langu ni, and then whatever your name is. So, for example, in my case, it would be Sankara. Jina langu Sankara. Unasema Kiswahili. Do you speak Swahili? Unaongea Kiswahili. Do you speak Swahili? They both mean the same thing. You could also say unazungumza Kiswahili. That's another word for. So the infinitive form of these three verbs would be kusema, kuongea, and kuzungumza. But this is a conjugation for you, or wewe, and that means, do you speak Swahili? So, ndio, which means yes, ninasema, or if you don't really speak Swahili, which is probably the case of most of you who are watching this video, you would say hapana sisemi, or you could say ndio lakini nasema kidogo tu, or ninasema kidogo tu. So kidogo is a little bit, and tu is just. So again, ninasema kidogo tu. So saying goodbye, the first one, kwaheri, which is goodbye. Tutaonana literally means we'll see each other, and baadaye means later. So tutaonana means we will see each other. Baadaye means later. If we put those two together, see you later, it would be tutaonana baadaye. You can use them together or use them in isolation and pretty much convey the same meaning. So, asante sana. Thank you very much. Asante kwa kuangalia, for watching this video. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe. And please stay tuned because, like I said, this will be the first video of a language learning series. There'll be more to come. So, again, thanks for listening. And until next time, kwaheri.